We thought we'd use our 400th TikTok video, that's right, 400, to tell you a little bit about our history. So as a continuation of my long investment career at hedge funds and private equity, we decided to start buying small businesses for ourselves as we saw this was the best opportunity set in the marketplace for investing. And we did that up until COVID. And then once COVID hit, the market really just came to a halt. No one was selling their businesses because obviously nobody had any revenue. Nobody knew what the future was going to look like. So there was nothing to buy. So we, like so many other people, started an online business. We started Owner Actions, which created a custom checklist for business owners to start, scale, or sell their business. And of course, within that start path, we included buying a business, but we also included starting from scratch or starting a new franchise. We spent over 2 years building that portal. It step by step showed literally everything you needed to do along every path of your life cycle. It showed getting your permits for your restaurants, setting up your legal entities, getting your financing, picking SEO marketers, up through eventually just closing your business down, what it takes to wind it down legally. The customers, they answered 20 questions, created their custom checklist of literally everything they needed to do to accomplish their goal. My partner Katie wrote almost 400 articles on different business topics to help business owners. We found a service provider literally for every step. And for every step, we tried to find the cheapest way to do it, the most expensive but highest service level, and then something in the middle. And of course, we also showed you how to do it yourself for free. And through that, we had over 350 partnerships built. But after we launched, it was really clear that we had missed the mark. We provided a ton of information, but so much that I think we overwhelmed people. I wish back then I knew Jensen Huang, founder of NVIDIA's comment on entrepreneurship and getting started at NVIDIA. He said if entrepreneurs knew how difficult the path was, no one in their right mind would do it. And what we were doing is we were showing people how difficult the path was right up front. So they weren't starting. We had tons of people sign up right away, but nobody was going through their checklist. We had just spent 6,000 hours between myself and my partner building something that really wasn't being used. So along the way, people were always asking for one-on-one help, but we were just always turning them down, saying that we were a digital resource. But eventually we decided to narrow down our focus just to our favorite path, which is buying existing businesses. And we started helping people. We started listening to our customers. As people started reaching out and asking for help, we started to say yes. So we started making TikTok videos, analyzing businesses the same way I would if I was at a private equity firm or at a hedge fund, the same way we would talk to the team, the same things we would look through. And then thanks to our amazing video editor, Garo, those videos performed really well, and we've built a pretty decent following here on TikTok. And those videos, of course, caused even more people to reach out and ask for help. And we started our partnership program. And that caused more and more people to reach out and ask for help. We essentially thought, okay, well, hey, we can just act as the buyer's agent for individuals and then just receive a part of the commission that's covered by the sellers. But that didn't really fit us well. Don't really want to be transactionary. We want to be more of a long-term advisor. And also, the way the marketplace works is most selling brokers, they won't work with individuals that are working with a buyer's agent. Because why would they split the commission when they can just keep it themselves? With that in mind, we didn't want to take cash away from our buyers when they need it the most. We didn't want to be transactionary. We wanted to be more long-term focused. So that's where we created our partnership program. We kind of based it more off of like a wealth advisory model. Through our partnership, we are going to receive ongoing cash flow throughout the time that we own the business. But it's based on the success of the business, not just getting a transaction done. So with the partnership model, if it's a bad deal, we get nothing and we have to do a lot of work. Bad deals take a lot more time and energy than good deals. Obviously, if it's a great deal and it grows, we're going to make a lot of money, but you're going to make a lot of money. So fast forward today, we've got an acquisition machine. Our search assistant scrapes all of the web for about 6,000 listings per month. Partner Katie looks through all those businesses and matches them up with our partners that have a good fit, one, geographically, and two, their skill sets. Katie thinks it's a good deal for our partner. Then our analyst, Norvin, goes through, he models out all the cash flows. He goes through, if we need to hire someone, he will go in and he'll put in that expense. He'll make sure that the rent's included, everything like that. We'll model out the cash flows, see what they're gonna look like after the debt payments, after taxes, and make sure that we have a debt service coverage ratio that the bank will be comfortable with. I personally interview the sellers along with our partners and Norvin to go through and answer our checklist that we need filled out so that we know everything that we need to know about the business that we're potentially going to buy. And then I work with our partners to structure and negotiate the deals. Once a deal is done, our director of SBA loans takes over and takes that deal to the finish line. He coordinates with all the parties required, obviously you, the seller, the bank, the lawyers, to make sure everything gets done so that we can get the deal closed. Then I continue to work with the partners. There's a lender out there that says every deal dies 8 times before it closes. That's where I come in, bringing deals back to life. We have enough going on that there's almost every day some type of deal feels like it's on its deathbed. My assistant, Imi, helps me keep everything organized. As we approach the closing, our financial analyst, Ariane, comes in and starts pulling all the records together and gets everything ready for that post-acquisition period. So she does all the bookkeeping and analysis for the companies that we own. We like to do that so that we can keep an eye on what's going on. We make sure that we know when problems are coming in the future. I want to know if we're going to run out of money in 6 months. I don't want to find out we're going to run out of money in 6 days. So if we can keep ahead of things like that, we can pivot the business and do what we need to make sure everything continues running smoothly. And of course, I spend a lot of time with our partners post-acquisitions, really whatever they need, a lot on the marketing, reviewing the financials, strategy. Sometimes I'm just, for the most part, just someone that they can vent to. So it's been a long path, but I wouldn't have it any other way. We learned so much by building that original portal. I think we bring so much value having done that. It literally covered everything and even got industry specific about gym CRMs or what was the best point of sale for a restaurant. So we really even tried to get that type of level of detail in that checklist. Might overwhelmed others, it overwhelmed us at times, but with that, it helped us build a huge knowledge library to help our partners buy, build, and eventually exit their businesses.